The only thing we have to worry about is that earthquake shit. That San Andreas movie. If that shit happens, we're done. But
no, I'm just gonna get Dwayne The Rock Johnson. You know, I'm just gonna call him. He'll come pick me up in a helicopter. Don't worry.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 714 podcast. This is the Shyam Sam Show. Sam, how's it going over there?
What's up? Woke up early morning to a phone call. My friend Fred called me, and then he asked me to do an errand with him. I helped. I'm supposed to drive, driving back home. I get to his car, mechanic shop, right? So he can drop off his car, and then I was gonna drive him back home. Yeah. And then by the time I got there, he's like, "Oh, never mind. Like the problem isn't that minor. Like me and my dad can fix it." So he's like, "All right, so you can drive back home." I'm like, "All right, thanks, man."
Damn.
But it's fine, man, because I woke up early anyways.
What was the problem? Did he say?
I don't know.
No.
I just it's whatever, because he's a homie. It's fine.
Yeah. Plus, the car mechanics, dude, you could probably it's better if you could fix it by yourself, especially because that shit's probably expensive.
For sure.
To fix anything on the car, it's fucking expensive. But yeah, that's good. Just woke up early morning. Yeah. Did you see we landed on Mars again?
Yeah,
we got to Mars. They posted that picture, that black and white image. Dude, when do you think people will go there? When's the date?
Dude, next year.
Next year?
Yeah.
Really?
There's some ballsy motherfuckers that want to leave this planet. No?
Yeah, dude.
There's always weirdos out there that will volunteer for this type of shit. So I mean, if it's doable, definitely next year.
Yeah, if people are willing to go, they could go. Because before the moon landing, people always thought that shit's impossible. There's no way anybody could go to the moon. And there are people still to this day that believe it's fake, that they never went.
Bro.
Yeah.
Photoshop.
Photoshop. That shit wasn't even invented.
Exactly.
In 1960.
So I don't know how, I don't understand how people think it's fake.
Yeah. And so if they go to Mars, they have to believe it then, that it's possible.
They don't have to, but
yeah,
they should.
They should. If there's video evidence.
Think about it. Mars is literally farther, so
yeah.
If they don't believe we landed on the moon, why the fuck do you think they're gonna believe that we landed on Mars?
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
Yeah. So the Mars mission that they did yesterday, was that for NASA? Did they do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah. This a second rover, right? Or how many rovers have there been? I know this is not the first one.
I don't keep track of that shit.
Yeah.
It's just that yesterday was pretty momentous. They sent the new one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The new one. Yeah, I guess it's pretty cool that they did it, but I just want when it's a real astronaut that goes to Mars, that's when this shit's that's a real accomplishment, because they did the rover thing already. Now, I'm not saying that rovers sending that up is a minor accomplishment. That it probably took a lot of work to do that and even send it up to space and have it be successful and still working and all this shit. But
for sure,
it's already been done, is what I'm trying to say. It's been done, So if they could send the human up there, that'll be dope. But we'll see. Do you think that they'll we'll eventually be able to get to go to every planet, or that's impossible?
No, I doubt it. We won't even be in my opinion, we won't be alive to see that shit. And if we do go to that planet, what's the point? Let's just say we go to Jupiter, right?
Yeah.
First of all, obviously we can't breathe. We can't survive in that climate or that weather or whatever.
Yeah, you gotta
The
have
atmosphere.
special suits and everything.
And then secondly, what's the point? Like there's explorers, yeah, sure.
Yeah. That you
and
could
if you
see.
do find alien life, that's great. But like, are you sure you're gonna make it back? Like that's the I think that's the more bigger issue.
Yeah.
But then again, like who knows? You could probably like teleport. You know how we talk about teleporting in the future? Yeah. So, but we're gonna be dead by the time that happens. Like, there's no way that happens within the next like 70 years of our lives.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Obviously not 100. If you live to 120 or 118, congrats, man. But like, we're not gonna live that long. That's for sure.
Yeah. But people do imagine it though, like in movies and shit. Like
that's good. That's good. That means there's imagination, and there's people that are still being creative. But like in reality, like
we're far from that.
I don't. Yeah, we're definitely nowhere near it.
Yeah, because in movies and shit, like, or even in cartoons like Rick and Morty, they're planet hopping like nothing. And
yeah, but that shit's like that's like people who fucking they smoke some or trip on acid and then they fucking just think of that shit. I
know
that's not some idea that some random guys we're gonna jump planet to planet. Yep.
Yeah.
We're gonna make this possible. Like no, like
go from dimensions to break the fourth walls and everything.
We're right now we're putting a rover on Mars, man. No one's trying to skip that step and like just try to put a person right away, right?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, we're way far from it. Nowhere near it for sure.
Did you see that TikTok that showed all the planets or starting from Earth and then it grew in size? I think like there was a TikTok. It basically showed how big that we think the universe is. Nobody knows for sure, but it went from small planets to our solar system to the sun and everything, and then grew to the galaxy. And then it kept on zooming out basically to more and more galaxies and then the whole universe. And then it showed that there are multiple universes.
Yeah.
And then it just like kept growing and growing.
Exactly. So we're like aliens are wild. Definitely, in my opinion, real. But
yeah. And then another guy was like, how can I do homework after seeing this? Like, because it's basically you feel so small after realizing this is.
For my GE classes, like last semester or 2 semesters ago, I took an astronomy class. And when I saw that shit, I was like, yeah, so like, I don't give a fuck. It's not like randomly like alien, like alien's gonna contact us or like we're randomly gonna go to those universes and visit that shit, right? Like, what's the point? Like, it's all in your brain. Like at that point, like you just have that knowledge, but you can't do anything with it because that in reality, there's no way. Like, in my opinion, well, at least what we know, right? There's no way we're gonna get to any of those places. Like I said, we're at Mars right now.
Yeah, unless you do shrooms. And then you could see.
You could spiritually go to those places, but like
for a few minutes, few hours.
Definitely not like sober, So
yeah, because that's what some people think is if you go and do shrooms, like I've never done shrooms or DMT or any psychedelic drugs, but they say that if you do them and and some of the effects resemble like you're in a different universe, like you see things that aren't in this universe or in reality how we normally see it. So I mean, if that's real, then maybe it's out there, but maybe we're meant to see it in that way, like through drugs, and not actually go there to a whole different part of the universe, because our rockets could barely make it like to fucking out of our solar system, so it's not going to be able to go outside the universe, go to different dimensions and shit like that yet. It's not even possible, right?
Yeah.
So, Yeah, but space is fucking interesting to just think about, you know, just sometimes you want to, like, I watched Neil deGrasse Tyson, you know who he is, right? The astrophysicist. Some of his videos, I just watch them because he explains all the science in such a simple way that you actually want to understand more about space. There's actually like good evidence behind it about different universes. He says there's, I think, 11 dimensions or some shit like that. Like, instead of right now we're living in 3 dimensions, there are actually 11 dimensions. So it just blows your mind to think that there's all this information, and it's like all we could do is learn about it. We can't really experience it, but we could learn about it, grow our brains a little bit. Yeah.
That's why like that guy obviously he was making a joke on that like TikTok you said. Like, how can I do my homework? But like there are people like that.
Yeah.
There are definitely people like that, like that aren't joking. Like, they found out that there's something bigger than themselves, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, what am I doing? Like, why am I even here? Like, I'm such a small part of this like fucking like population, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're one in 7 billion, 8 billion? I don't know.
Yeah.
So I mean, just live your life, man. Like,
yeah.
Like again, it's just knowledge. It's all in your head, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
how we see reality, it's not actually how it actually is. It's just how we think it is.
Yeah.
Because that's all we could do it at. Like, that's all we can experience is within our own body. And then through technology and how humans have advanced, we can go further than just our own body. And like, there's TV, there's YouTube, there's like different shit now, but it's all experience through your eyes, through your senses, and that's all you got really. So yeah, it's pretty wild shit. But speaking of wild shit that's happening right now, you've probably heard Texas has gone through one of the worst storms they've ever experienced.
Yeah, it fucking sucks, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I found out that if you move to Texas, make sure your house isn't made of fucking shit, you know.
I know.
But then again, they're not built for this type of weather. They're like built for hurricanes and like 100-degree plus weather. But like, I mean, if it can snow, make sure your house is snowproof. Like at the end of the day, what I saw, the funniest thing that I saw. I mean, it's a serious topic, right? It's like, but you know, Texas people were making fun of us when we had all fucking forest fires, yeah. And then now we're making fun of them because they have fucking no power and no nothing, right? But like, it's a serious issue. But the funniest thing I saw was like, this girl. There's a 7 fucking floor parking lot.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Like, you saw that shit?
Yeah,
7 stories. It was a parking lot, and this girl decides to park in like, I don't know what floor, and some reason the water pipe above it or whatever pipe it was exploded and it completely froze her car. And she's the only car in the entire parking lot. Like,
damn.
I read all the comments, like seeing what people thought about this, and like, it's just karma. They all like, you know, they concluded that it's karma. Like, she did something bad, so most likely, you know, she deserved it.
Yeah, that's just
opinion, I kind of see that too, because what are the chances that like your car, one in like, actually just the only car, right? Yeah. And then a pipe decides to blow up and freeze your entire car. Like, it's covered. Like, it's like an iceberg.
Yeah.
It's not like some icicles or like that snow that you like put salt and chip off, or hot water, right? It's like or you've seen it, right?
Yeah, it was big, dude. Bro. It was as if the water burst, right? And then the water flowed on the car
instantaneously.
And then it just stayed there, and there's probably water still flowing, but it's frozen. So
yeah,
it's wild shit. But that's how cold it is right now in Texas, and I think I don't know if it stopped snowing or it's still snowing, but just it's so crazy to think that in Texas, of all places, like I think if you go east. like from where we're at, like California to like Texas, you'll reach Texas, and usually it doesn't snow or it doesn't get as cold if you go this south, but it somehow snowed even in Galveston, which is a beach city in Texas. It's right on the Gulf of Mexico, and you see snow on the beach. So that's insane. And not just like a little bit. It was actually like a good foot of snow on the beach.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show like global warming is real. People, like, if you haven't heard already.
No, like I heard some
change.
Fucking funny ass shit. Like, because Elon Musk moved to Texas, right? He's moving his shit to Texas. Like, that's the reason why. I heard shit like that, you know, like he's, you know, fucking up the climate and shit. Yeah. I don't know. I thought that was funny. And then you have like people like Ted Cruz, like fucking going to Cancun. Bro, he literally said, "I'm out this bitch. Like, I ain't got time for you guys." Like, holy shit.
He's a senator, right? Of Texas. Yeah, dude, that's not the right move.
It's not the first time someone like with political power like this shit like this, you know. It's pretty normal. But I thought it was like, you know, it is relevant to Texas. And then
he said it was a bad move, like that he went there like after he was in Mexico,
move, but he's still there.
Yeah, he's still there. He's still.
Let me just send like a PR move. It's a bad move. Let me sip this margarita real quick.
Yeah, I apologize for making this decision. Not really, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah,
like I said, I'm not living in Texas, suckers. No, but it does suck. Like people were like dying, in my opinion. I think.
Yeah, because they don't know what to. They don't know. Yeah, most Texans they don't know what to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because I don't think it's happened. I mean, it has snowed probably in Texas, but not to this extent. Where
people are like, houses are being like destroyed. No power, no hot water, no nothing actually.
Because usually, Texas is meant for heat, and the houses they have, they're built for the heat, and of course it gets cold sometimes in the winter, and so they manage that, but not to. I think it was -1 or something in Dallas at one time.
I don't know what it was, but the whole point was like, I saw like the ceilings of these houses, like they're like completely teared up, like ripped. Like you can see like the insulation and shit like that, like, and that's how I know like this house, it ain't the house, right? Like, so I mean it's cheap, but like what? It's like 300,000, 200,000 for like relatively big house compared to here.
Dude,
but like
if you go on Zillow and you compare the houses to here and over there, you could get a small shack over here if you have 300,000 or 200,000, and then if you go over there,
you can get like an apartment at that point, like right. But over there, it's like part of the house I'm living in, or even bigger.
A nice house, like fully furnished, fucking everything you need. So, I mean.
But there's trade-offs, right? You live in Texas.
There's trade-offs.
I love California. You know, nothing too bad. You know.
Yeah, people are saying like
extremely conservative, where I like give a shit, right? I'm just like it's chill. And Texas, but like, I mean, there are like liberal areas, but like,
Austin.
It's mostly conservative, and so you got to conform a little. I mean, there's a lot of Californians moving over there, though.
Yeah. A lot, and then especially within the past year, I think a few 100,000 at least moved because they just saw, fuck, man, I'm paying. They finally realized after probably being let go of their job or having to stay home, they realized like, fuck, bro, I'm living in this shitty house that I don't really want to live in. And then you go on Zillow real quick, and the same price or the same thing that you could afford here can get you way more over there. So they're like, man, might as well just move. I mean, if I got let go of the job and, you know, I have this freedom, might as well. And so they moved. But some of those people have now lost power and fucking broke pipes and everything. So our heart goes out to them, but at the same time, like, fuck, it's Mother Nature. You can't really do anything about it. And some people were complaining to like the electricity people over there, like that they shut off the power. Like,
yeah, right. What the hell?
Dude, everybody's trying to turn on the heat at one time. Like every single house in Texas was trying to turn on the heat. And I think they couldn't handle it. And the actual, what are those things called? Power? No. What is
power generator? Generators?
Or the electrical, like Edison, what is that called? The power companies? The plant. Yeah.
Yeah.
They couldn't handle the level of cold temperatures. And so they had to turn it off. And so that's what really caused everything else to happen with, I don't think it had to do with the pipes, but with people having 40-degree houses, like they're fucking freezing in there. They're bringing their tents inside to stay warm and shit. But
bro, just put on more clothes, man. Just put on more layers, like, right?
Yeah. But some wild shit. Luckily over here, we're chilling. Like over here and Florida, like people probably want to be in this place. Like it's 70 degrees right now, warm weather. It's like heaven. And then, so yeah, the only thing we have to worry about is that earthquake shit. Mm-hmm. That San Andreas movie. If that shit happens, we're done. But
no, I'm just gonna get Dwayne The Rock Johnson. You know, I'm just gonna call him. He'll come pick me up in a helicopter. Don't worry. But like, Texas has everything, bro. You have hurricanes. You have now snow.
Yeah.
You have tornadoes. Like, bro.
I know.
I mean, we just have earthquakes, which is bad. Which they all can be bad.
Earthquakes and fires, and that's it.
Yeah, but obviously. Fires aren't going to happen near us like anytime soon. Us.
Yeah.
But
earthquakes, dude. Here's a cool a story that I have about earthquakes that happened recently. Actually, I was sleeping on my bed, like right here, and it was at night. I had my eyes open, and I just laid in bed, and I felt my whole room just swaying. Like left to right. And I thought like I was dreaming or something. I don't know what I felt. But then I was looking up at the ceiling and I didn't really focus on it too much. But then I looked at my room and I saw all like my whole room was like moving, like swaying. It wasn't a hard earthquake where everything shook, but you could just see everything just swaying. And it felt like a massage. But when you were laying in bed and shit, it felt like I was getting a massage, but it was the whole earth fucking moving, which is wild. Yeah. Have you had any earthquake experiences?
No, they're all kind of like, wow, that was an earthquake. Yeah. Hey guys, did you feel that? Yeah. My dad says no. And I'm like, yeah, what? You didn't feel that shit? I'm like, nope.
At least okay, like dude. A few people in your family never feel it. Like one person feels it.
They're like walking with the fucking earthquake, man. Like as the house shakes, he's like walking that motion, the other motion, right? And I'm just sitting here like, yo, like I'm flying around the damn room. How the fuck you walking this shit, right?
Yeah.
But like, no, nothing too bad has ever happened, right? It's all shit like that. You go like, whoa, like you pause for like a solid like 5 minutes. You talk to your homeboys like, yo, did you feel that shit?
Yeah.
And then you talk to people, you talk to your family, and then that's it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in school they train you to
in school,
go under the desk.
I mean, luckily,
and shit.
It's never happened for me in schools, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's for some reason it's like nighttime.
Yeah, I know.
The majority of them are like around like 7 like to 9 or maybe even around that time. Yeah. Which is I think it's a little weird, right? I would definitely want to experience one during school, but the time has passed. We're all at home now, so it's the same shit. Even if it did happen, but natural disasters are fucking they're terrible. Like no matter how small, I think they're all terrible. Like I hate bad weather. Even like the Santa Ana winds, right?
Yeah, that shit. So bad.
Yeah, My nose goes out of control. Like, right, that shit gets dry, stuffy, and then all of a sudden I start my nose dude, I fucking just choked up on words. Holy shit! My nose starts getting runny all of a sudden, like from dry and shit.
Yeah.
Yo, can you turn back on the lights? Thank you. I'm filming a podcast. Yeah. I forgot to close the door. That was my dad.
Yeah, I saw him right there. But,
okay.
Yeah, what were you saying?
Shit like that, right? Like the Santa Ana winds fuck up my allergies so badly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then rain, I hate rain. Fuck the rain, dude.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, unless it's a weekend and I don't plan on doing anything, rain's fine. But like back in the old days when I used to walk to school with the fucking rain,
right.
Holy shit, man. Dude, near the track area, there's a huge puddle of water, and I had to go through that shit. I would bring an extra pair of socks.
Dude, that would be 3 feet or 2 feet of water just right there. If it rained heavy,
I would have to skip across that shit. Like I hated it, man. But
damn,
yeah,
you gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, natural disasters. Like I saw this video on TikTok about Japan and their earthquake shit that I think it recently happened again, and their earthquakes are actually, they've felt worse. Like there were actually worse earthquakes over there for some reason. I think it depends on the plate tectonics over there.
I think it's natural for them to have earthquakes because they have like obviously earthquakes cause tsunamis and shit.
Yeah,
and they have a history
they get the tsunamis.
Yeah,
over there.
So
over here, if there's an earthquake, we usually don't have tsunamis. I don't know.
Hopefully not. I mean, big enough. I think will cause one, but they get. I mean, 5. They get like magnitudes of like 5 to 6, which is big, right?
Yeah, and that's like normal for them.
That could literally cause a tsunami for them. I think I'm not confident in that, but
I know. But tsunamis are fucking terrifying because
I've seen that one movie clip where like the entire place gets flooded and like there's this. It's like a tornado with water, right?
Yeah.
Because like there's a bunch of debris and like you can't do anything but like hold on to something or get fucking swarmed by the water and then a bunch of shit hits you.
Mm-hmm. And the way I found out how that like water was actually super powerful was the first time I went bodyboarding, which is like not a surfboard, but you lay on your body and shit. And the first time I did that and I fucking wiped out, I realized how powerful fucking the ocean is. Cause I was just minding my own business, doing the normal thing. I did it before, like I did it right before. And then 1 second later, the board just hit the bottom sand, and then I flipped over, and all I felt was like the water just going on top of me and like pushing me down into the sand like hard as hell. And then you fucking wake up from that, like you feel dizzy and you get back up and do it again, I guess. But yeah, the water and especially the ocean, dude, it's incredible how powerful it is that like nothing, you can't do anything about it. And the ocean itself, like we haven't discovered shit about it. We don't know what's down there. We've barely even, it could be like a whole different species.
Yeah, like we're exploring space, right? But like the ocean.
We're looking for aliens up there. There are probably aliens down there already.
Yeah, I don't know it's Cthulhu. You know, there's fucking that. You know who Cthulhu is?
I've heard of it. I've heard
it's the octopus motherfucker.
Octopus? How do you spell that?
He's Cthulhu. Chulu. I don't know, some shit like that. But he's like I don't know like the exact like title that he gets, but I just know he's like
Cthulhu is a fictional cosmic entity created by writer H.P. Lovecraft and first introduced in the story The Call of Cthulhu, published in 1928.
Like that, right? Or Atlantis, you know, the typical Atlantis, you know, the lost city. But like, we're exploring space when the fucking ocean is
so much
It's
down
still
there.
unexplored. But then again, the pressure, it's like space. The pressure will literally fucking kill you.
I know.
Right? You go down to a certain like depth level and your head will like, well, not even your head, the submarine or whatever would probably like eventually squish.
Yeah.
And then there's like no oxygen and you die. So
I know. And there's just there's unexpected shit down there that you can't really comprehend.
It's most likely more dangerous than space, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like,
it's pitch black, like no light if you go down like really deep. So you need light. And if your lights turn off, like what then? Like, and it takes a while to get up again. I think to get down, it's pretty quick. I think it's quicker if on the way down because of gravity, but to go back up, it's harder actually. So it's wild. But those, have you seen those free divers that just go down?
Yeah,
without
it's like literally without the tank and shit.
Yeah,
like
without
that.
the tank.
Yeah, I mean they're trained to do that. Like
yeah,
they like their ears don't pop for some reason.
I know.
It's because they're so used to the pressure. It's crazy. Which is I would never want to do anything like that. But
yeah,
you know,
just going down with, I think all they have is the flippers. I think that's what it's called, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all they have.
And like a scuba goggles or whatever it's called.
Yeah, that's it. Dude, that's wild. Some people had to fish like that though, but with no flippers or anything. Like
with the
back
harpoon.
in the day. Yeah,
I've seen
with
it.
The fucking harpoon, or even with spears, just like going in the water trying to kill some fish. But yeah, the ocean, man, it's fucking crazy how big it is and how little we've even seen it. It's insane. But yeah, do you plan on going? Have you been fishing or like in the ocean or anything? No. No.
I mean, I would want to try because it seems relaxing, but like, I don't really. I wouldn't go out of my way like today and be like, oh, let me go buy some fishing equipment and go fish. Like, it's not something I like want to do. It's something if I do it, I do it. You know, it's like,
yeah. Fishing is something that I never got into personally. Like, I don't know, never saw an interest in it. But yeah, like you said, people think it's relaxing. Probably like golf. People think golf is relaxing. And so they just fish.
If someone invited me on a boat though, like a boat, I would definitely be like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Because you know, I mean, I don't know if I would get seasick, but like I remember as a kid, you know, there's like these whale watching field trips.
Oh yeah,
and, I went there and I didn't get seasick, you know, and it seemed pretty cool, at least what I can remember. So
yeah, I think I only went whale watching one time. And I saw, it's actually like fucking close too, like Newport Beach. They do the tours and everything. And yeah, the first time I saw the whale, I was like, fuck bro, like we're so small compared to that shit. How the fuck is that even a part of mammal? Or I don't know, is it a mammal?
It is the biggest mammal. Yeah,
mammal. Yeah, so it's wild. But have you seen those videos of people like Bradley Martin and shit, like they're fishing for like sharks, like
the big ass fucking fish. Yeah,
the big ass fish. Yeah, dude,
they're not fishing for sharks, man.
Yeah,
no,
not sharks. But I think
that's illegal. But
it was the other. I don't know what it's called. But
it's a huge ass fish. Yeah, I've seen it. They could like swallow humans if they wanted to.
Really?
Like a small child. Yeah. If you have a small child, that bye bye. But like, it is definitely big enough to consume a human. Yes, that's for sure.
Dude, that's so crazy.
It is, but like a goldfish can get the size, you know, a goldfish can be like as big as you, right?
Really? How?
Yeah. What do you mean? You flush it down the toilet. That's how.
Flush it. So, like
you can feed it if you want. But like most of the shit, like if you flush down a fish down a toilet that's still alive, it can be the size of you. Yes. Or a goldfish. That's what I know.
Really? Where'd you find this information?
You can literally Google big goldfish and it'll pop up, right? I don't know. I don't remember how I found it. I just remember someone told me like a goldfish can become like huge. And then I Googled it and I saw some pictures of people holding goldfish and I was like, holy shit. Like the way
I see some people holding like, it's not as big as a human, but I don't know.
It is, yeah. It won't be as big as you, but
it's like this big.
It's definitely wider than you. That's for sure. Yeah. All right, a goldfish, that tiny little shit
that they give you at the carnival.
You got from a carnival or like you bought it at Petco or PetSmart, you know, shit like that.
Damn, that's wild though. Themselves and shit. Or
I mean, you could try and raise one, but most of them are they're flushed down the toilet and then boom, next day, or not next day, a couple months, I don't know, but
but usually, dude,
correctly, I don't know. Like, have you seen Texas, bro? They could have put them in like some warmer water, but no, they just let them sit there. That shit was funny, man. The amount of people crying over their fish,
Isaac, and he said his fish, like he barely takes care of them, and he doesn't even know how many he has because every time he checks, like there's like new ones that just keep popping up. So fish are weird, dude. For pets, I would never have a fish as a pet. Like, what are you gonna do? Just like look at them?
I mean, no, yeah, exactly. Look at them. Obviously, people who have like this little pathetic one small ass tank with like a little castle or a mermaid. Get the hell out of here, man. I need like a minimum like cabinet size, you know, like
like a real
aquarium,
tank.
like a small one, but like if your pet is frozen, just buy a new one, man. I mean, it's different from a dog, right? Where like you physically play and you have like more, in my opinion, more sentimental like value with the dog. But that fish is like, hi fish. Like, I mean, maybe it has more emotional value when you like first get like, it's like, why did I worry about it so much the first time, right? That's my opinion, but
because fish,
people give like emotional value to random shit, right?
I know.
Like a piece of paper, right? Someone could like care for that piece of paper and you rip it and they would beat you up, you know? They would be like,
or a t-shirt,
why'd you do that,
or
right?
something. Yeah. Any material thing they could give that value to it. But fish, dude, they probably have a language, but I mean, there's no way we can interpret that. Like it's no sound. I don't think there's have we picked up fish sounds? Like
I don't think so. Know, man.
Like dolphins. Like dolphins, we hear that, but
I
don't know about fish. Like there's
a dolphin isn't a fish. That's why.
Oh yeah, it's a mammal. Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah. But I would definitely
have fish uses sonar. What are you talking about? Like Aquaman type shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like Aquaman. Exactly.
Like that the SpongeBob. Is that what's his name? The SpongeBob, like the guy in SpongeBob.
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
Yeah, that guy. He like summons all the fish.
Exactly,
dude.
Shit like that.
I used to watch SpongeBob so much. Now I don't even watch it anymore.
Because of shit. That's why. I mean, if I never had cable as a kid, so I'd like watch it on the computer. But like, man, like every opportunity I would get to watch SpongeBob, I would like trying like hopefully it was on air on that time. Just watch as much as possible. And then now well, obviously we're grown up, so we've definitely matured, but like the episodes are just like pure like shit posts, right? They're like it's like shit posting. Like most episodes are so random, they're not even that funny anymore. I mean, they are a little inappropriate. I think some of them are like definitely like weird in a way.
Yeah.
Where, like,
did they change the design of it or
no? They didn't. I don't think they changed the design. But it's just that because SpongeBob has always been like kind of a weird show, right? It's not like something normal, right? But now, if I was to watch it, I just think like this is wasting my time. Like,
yeah.
But the older episodes, like, definitely classics. I wouldn't mind watching those. Yeah.
The FUN, like fun F, or some F is for family, something. That episode with Plankton.
The campfire song.
Yeah, the campfire song. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, but like shit like that. Yeah, the classic episodes.
Yeah. SpongeBob, like I don't think I watched it at my house either. Like I don't even know where I watched it. I think it was at either Paul's house because he had Nick on his house, and or someone's house I watched it at. But that used to be a fun show to just chill out when you have no responsibilities as a kid and you're just chilling with friends. So you just put cartoons on. Those were some good times. Yeah. What are you watching recently? Have you been watching anything?
I've been watching anime, which is I finally finished. I caught up to Black Clover, if you guys know what that is. And then there's this really good one, Jujutsu Kaisen, which is it's pretty gory, right? There's like curses, there's like weird monsters and creatures and shit like that. But like that show is like top tier. Holy shit! Like I know you'll probably never watch it, but like people who do watch anime,
yeah,
Jujutsu Kaisen like is if you watch it dubbed, don't talk to me. Please watch it sub, so like in Japanese, right?
Yeah, the only reason that I probably never got into anime is because like I didn't understand it and I wasn't willing to.
There is English, right?
There is English. Okay.
Yeah, there is definitely. It's subbed. I mean,
yeah,
that means dubbed.
I know it's subtitled.
No, it's dubbed. No, it's dubbed. My bad. That's why I said if you watch dubbed anime, like don't talk to me like that.
Okay.
I don't like you, like. But you could if you want, if that's how you want to get like involved, because there's like people think of anime as like these weird fucking little girls and shit, or like these cringy like fandoms, right? That force this shit in your face, or like have social media profile pictures with an anime character, right? Yeah. But there's definitely a lot of like good animes that are like
that are out
people
there
that can get into, right? Like Cowboy Bebop, right? Space Dandy, Samurai Champloo, like shit like that. Those are animes where like those are animes that are not weird. They're like they're classics in a way. Like Trigun, right? They're really old anime. Baki. These are old ass animes, and they're not what you think it is. Like it's not with these like I said, little girls, these school girls. It's not with a bunch of yelling like like fucking Dragon Ball, right? Shit like that. So
yeah, I remember Dragon Ball was on Saturday cartoons. Like when I would turn
exactly. See, like that's how I got into that shit, right?
Yeah,
and
it was on Saturday, and I was like, "What the hell is this shit?" They're like yelling and shit.
Yeah, I never thought Dragon Ball was weird. When I first saw it, I thought this shit was fucking coolish. You know,
I think my brother actually got like some of those. Either is it the one where you like pull a thing and it spins around, or there's a ball and it pops open? It's something like that Dragon Ball Z does. I'm not sure. There's like a game to it, right?
You mean Bakugan?
Yeah, my brother had that shit.
That's a Cartoon Network show.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a Cartoon Network show. Don't worry, don't stress, man.
Okay.
I mean, it's probably most likely probably like a Japanese. It came from like Japanese origin. I have no clue what the origin is, but I remember that from Cartoon Network.
Okay.
Yeah, and like fucking like Yu-Gi-Oh, shit like that. Right. Obviously, it's an anime. Like Pokemon's an anime. Like it originated from Japan, right? But as a kid, we watched it dubbed, so in English with English voice actors. So we, in like most people, as a child, we assumed it was this normal cartoon, like Batman, the animated series, or like Justice League Unlimited, like shit like that, right? But when you grow up, you realize, oh wait, I was watching anime the entire time. No way, right? Yeah. And then I've also been watching WandaVision.
Oh yeah,
I stopped in episode 5 so I can like wait for episodes.
People have been like really into that shit. Is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
The first 2 episodes were black and white, so I kind of hated it because why would you do this to me? But like then you realize the whole reason of why it's black and white.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I like the show. The best thing out of the show is Jimmy Woo.
Jimmy Woo.
Like, if you've been on TikTok, you know who Jimmy Woo is. Okay,
they've been memeing him.
Yeah, I love that motherfucker, bro. Like before he was even on, like WandaVision.
Somebody was watching his UCLA graduation. They just like had it there, like I'm watching this UCLA graduation.
Dude, he's in Eminem's music video. He's in an AT&T commercial. He's in Super Ninjas back on Nickelodeon. He's on Fresh Off the Boat. He's the main character. He interviewed The Rock in his show. Like, he's everywhere. It's just crazy. They call it the multiverse, man.
Yeah, he's everywhere. And that he has like so much talent and all those things. But yeah, WandaVision, I haven't seen it yet, so I might check it out. But we'll see.
Yeah, it's definitely good.
It's Marvel, right? It's
what happened?
It's Marvel. Like it's that series with who's in it in the Marvel shit.
Like I can't spoil it, but obviously the two main characters like Vision and Wanda. But
okay,
yeah, it's literally in the name WandaVision.
I know, but who's Elizabeth Olsen's character?
What do you mean? It's Wanda.
That's Wanda.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, Scarlet Witch. That's what it's called, right?
Oh yeah, but her name is Wanda. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's Scarlet Witch. Yes. Okay. That's what you asked. Yes, but there's other people too, but I can't say it. But I don't want. I mean, it's been out, but you haven't watched it, so I'm not gonna talk about it. But
yeah,
now I've been watching a lot of South Park recently because I have HBO Max for my fucking internet provider. Like it's part of the plan. Yeah. So I've been binge watching a lot of South Park. So
I didn't really get into South Park, but it's fucking funny. Like some of the episodes I watch.
It is, if you're a snowflake, if you're like you don't like people like saying the F word or the N word with ER, right? Like there's a lot of like really bad things about the show. Like people like one of the show. So you know those people where they like advertise these jewelries? Like, oh, this jewelry is worth $1,000, but for now we'll sell it to you for 5 payments of $20, right?
Yeah.
You know those like infomercials, right? Or like those nighttime shows where they have like a pots and pans and they're like, oh, $500 value, we're selling it to you for $200, right?
Yeah.
So there's this one episode where this person is like advertising jewelry, and then the whole point was that man was like basically scamming old people, right? Because they were selling it for like $5,000, $10,000, but in reality, it's only like probably like a couple $100s, right?
Yeah.
So the grandson of the grandpa who bought this really expensive jewelry for him, when he realized that this expensive jewelry wasn't like the actual cost, and the guy scammed his grandpa, he literally called the jewelry guy and said, "Kill yourself," right? He called the guy, and then the guy's like, "Yo, what if I actually do it?" And then he says, "I don't care, kill yourself."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Yo, like I'm gonna do it." And he's okay, kill yourself. And then he's like, "Okay, what if tomorrow, like I randomly die and it's on you, right? Like you made me kill myself." And he's like, "Okay, kill yourself." And then towards the end of the episode, right? All the old people, like all the grandpas and grandpas, whatever, all the old people realize that man is scamming them. So they all start calling him, "Kill yourself, kill yourself, kill yourself." And then you don't see it, but like the camera pans off and then he takes a gun, puts it in his head, and then you just see blood splatter on the camera, right? Like where the camera angle is angled at. And it's all because they literally like told him to kill himself and he did it, right? So like if you're not into that type of shit, right? Like you can't handle that type of shit where if you're too soft, right? I'm not talking to you, I'm just talking to everyone in general, right? Don't watch South Park.
Yeah.
Because they do not give a fuck. And the old episodes are really, really, really bad. Like, I mean, obviously it's still airing today, right?
How long have they been going for?
I don't know. We're on like 24 seasons. So
24.
I think so, yeah. So it's definitely it's not made for snowflake. It's funny as fuck though. I love it. Yeah,
it's out there, but I like shows that do that, especially nowadays that everything's kind of the same.
We're so soft with all these shits. Like we have to like be PC about it, you know.
Mm-hmm. And they're willing to take the risk and do it however they want.
The old seasons are definitely worth the watch.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know who Cartman is, right? At least you know like the characters, or you know nothing about stuff. Okay,
yeah, I know something.
Like Cartman made like this bully eat his own parents. Like he killed his parents, grounded up in chili, and then he made his bully eat them or eat his own parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, like look how fucked up that is, man.
Yeah, but you know it's also a joke. You know it's like for fun.
Well, I don't know, it's a joke, but he's pretty serious about it. But like,
it's a TV, it's like a cartoon.
Make him eat his pubes and shit. So it's just funny, man. It's super racist as well, but whatever.
It's racist.
Yeah, it's pretty racist. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I'll probably get into that too. Some of the old ones. What do you think is the best season to watch?
Best season? There is no best season. They're all good.
They're all good.
They're literally all good. Not a single season is bad. Actually, take that back. Towards the end, like the newer ones, like season like 18 and onwards, it starts to get a little more like story-wise, and you kind of understand more of it, because if you watch the old episodes, they're satire, right? South Park is a satire at the end of the day. So when you watch the old seasons, that the satire that you're watching is based on the events that were occurring during that time. Like, for example, the Obama presidency, like when he was being elected, or like the Clinton incident, like all that shit.
It was during the time.
It was during that time. So when they poke fun at those people, right, it was because those events were happening during those times when the episodes were aired. Yeah. So when you watch the newer ones, like I was completely aware of the situations they're making fun of, right? Like Donald Trump, for example.
Yeah.
And like the coronavirus, right? But like some of the episodes are just kind of like, I wish they went further, you know? They they passed that line, that little PC line, you know?
That exaggerated it more.
Yeah. But like, it's still funny. It's just I didn't personally like it too much.
Okay. Yeah. That's cool though. I don't think that many shows do that have it like exactly how the world is going.
Give a fuck. Yeah. They literally don't give. And HBO is like, or Comedy Central is literally giving them a platform, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's crazy. And speaking of Comedy Central, like I sent you the Dave Chappelle clip that like on iMessage. Like, I texted you that clip, but he had 2 like mini specials talking about Comedy Central in his show, Chappelle Show, that he made a few years back, and how he left the show. Like there was this whole controversy about it. He basically walked away from $50 million because he didn't want to be with the show anymore. But the main thing was that he created, I think, 2 seasons already, and he walked away, and Comedy Central didn't pay him barely paid him anything for the 2 seasons. And with the amount of money that the show actually made, like nothing happened with it. And recently it went up on Netflix. It went up on a couple things. I think even HBO has it. Like all these streaming platforms, they have Chappelle Show playing right now on streaming services. And he didn't get paid until he put that special out, that mini special of him telling the world basically like stop streaming Chappelle Show because they're not paying me. They're not paying him for any of the work that he did for those 2 seasons. And he put that special out. And then within, I think, a month or 2, that he worked it out. He worked out a deal. And now Comedy Central paid him, I think, in tens of millions of dollars for the work that he did do. You know, so that's good to hear for him that he got his money, you know, because for not being able to get paid for the work that you've done, like you put your heart and soul into it and people love it, and you still don't get paid for like, I think 15 years, and now you finally get paid. Like that's like a weight lifted off your chest, basically, that's been there. So congrats to him for getting that deal done, and big props to Comedy Central and like he said the new management, they allowed it. Like the CEO of Viacom Network and shit, like the old guys were the ones that hated him for leaving and shit. So these new people in management, that they like really helped him out, and it's good to see that he got his money, you know? So that's good. But yeah. Anything else you want to add? No.
No, I'm chilling.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up there for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you have a great week ahead, and we'll talk to you later. Peace.
All right.